call this meeting to order, and I don't know if we have a lot on there, this Art's got a lot of extra throw, but, we get in and out of here. I've got to get back, cause I'm off. I work for government, and we can shut down. We got a lot, so I'm on vacation. All right, let's sure, oh, awesome.
Sam Gibson,
Here.
Charlie Whitaker, Keisha Richards, Cindy Putman, Zach Gilpin, Bill Fox,
Here.
Chrissy Tayman,
Here.
Bill Gibson,
Here.
Ann Stamps,
Here.
Tracy Long, Alejandro Cisneros Conahan, Michael Burton, Misty Pye, Barbara Wheeler,
Here.
Bobby Freeze,
Here.
Meredith Davis, Patty Young.
Here.
I will mention, Linda Pastrick, who served on the board for some time, you can sit over there on the right-hand side. Due to her, involvement in her church activities, she said she's had to scale back and quit doing some volunteering, so she has turned in her resignation. We'll have to come up with a person to fill her spot, but, I told her I don't think we can come between her and the Lord if that's what she needs to be doing more of, so we certainly understood that.
Yeah, Linda's been a good one, and she's usually there in Birchdale whenever we're doing little food giveaways and things, donating time and helping when she can, so, you know, she's really good, and it's gonna be hard to replace her, but, we'll find someone there. All right, approval of the minutes, I have a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
I make a motion.
Motion, got a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I'll turn. Linnell, we're ready for you.
All right.
You thought we were just gonna keep going, didn't you?
I thought y'all were gonna skip right over them.
I'm through.
All right, well, thank you guys, good morning, Policy Council. Today, I've just got a couple of things you'll notice in your packet. There is a copy of the Whistleblower Protection Act. That's something with our Community Services Block Grant that they ask that we share and make sure that our Policy Council does know how to report if they saw a violation of the law, gross mismanagement, gross wasted funds. So I have included that DHS OIG hotline on this paper, and this is what this looks like in your packet. I've also put in your packet, how does Roma, NG fit into Roma? The reason I'm sharing this information cycle is because Jordan in the upcoming year is gonna start preparing for that 3-year needs assessment. And this kind of lets you know what we're doing with that needs assessment. We're conducting assessment, we're planning, to see what programs that we would need to implement. Then we would work to implement services. We're always looking at the results of these services and their outcomes so that we can evaluate it. So I like to show this graphic on an annual basis that just kind of shows what we're doing with the information that we receive. That information is not just stuck on a shelf somewhere. We're constantly reviewing, looking for gaps, and we update that every other year. So I wanted to make sure to share that with you. The last thing is I have put your August dashboard in your binder. So the programs were rocking along just like normal. We did have our last commodity event, and that was on September the 20th. And we served 832 households from the 14-county area. We did have folks from all 14 counties that come and receive food on that day. So I just want to, publicly give a shout out to the volunteers and the staff who helped with that event, because it was a very, very large event on a Saturday. And Mr. Chairman, that is my report.
Thank you. All right, Mark?
All right, I'm very excited. I had the opportunity to meet Cammy Aguilar. I should ask, are you related to the quarterback over at UT, Aguilar?
I disappointingly am not.
Okay. You were gonna take another notch up there. She's on fire right now. Cammy works with the Tennessee Governor's Office of Faith-Based Initiatives, and I was fortunate to be invited to an event up in Van Buren County that Mayor Farmer and some others had tried to put together, and it was an awesome event. And when she started going through her programs, afterwards I told her, I said, you need to come and talk to our policy council as well as all of our county office staff, and I think we do have some from the faith-based community with us that joined us as well today. We're excited to have you here, and we're looking forward to hearing what you got to share with us.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Well, good morning. So our office, I'm with the governor's office, and I'm the Middle Tennessee Regional Director for his faith-based and community initiatives. And basically, our office sits at the intersection between government, church, houses of worship, and nonprofit. So we kind of stand in the gap to try to build bridges between those two things. So I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about this morning about two initiatives that we have. One is called Every Child Tennessee, and you'll see a little QR code on there, and then one is called the Volunteer Mentorship Initiative. And both of these initiatives we have created to help serve our most vulnerable citizens here in the state of Tennessee, which are foster children and then people coming out of incarceration. So we are a faith-based office, so I wanted to share a little bit of faith this morning to encourage us and then kind of see how that ties into our initiatives. One of the verses that I like to share that keeps our office going to help go into some of the darkest places and bring people hope and encouragement is from the book of John, and it's John 1:3-5, and it says that through him all things were made. And without him, nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. And this is something that our office stands on as we strive to go into some of the darkest places and some of the places that need the most help and encouragement. Is that the word promises that when we go into the dark places and we bring the light of Christ, that the darkness cannot cover the light, but the light overcomes the darkness. And so that's an encouraging word that we stand on. Our purpose in our office is to help serve the most vulnerable. Now recently, my family and I moved. Who has moved recently? Thank God, you guys are blessed. Okay, we just moved. Every time we've had to move, I hate it even more. Moving is absolutely the worst thing. You're like, oh, it's gonna be 2 or 3 months. It ends up being like an entire year. My house right now, we just moved into a new house. It's a total disaster. Our garage is like filled with a whole other house. That's the situation we're in. But when my husband and I were moving, because we had to move last year too, we are originally from, take a guess, California. I'm so sorry. Born and raised in Oklahoma, so this is like my roots. I feel very at home here. We were exhausted, both working full time, the whole thing. And we had moved so many times when we lived in Los Angeles that we just thought, okay, we're just gonna do it ourselves. And we didn't really call on any friends to help. I've got 2 girls and a very annoying border collie, if anyone wants them. His name's Tippy. And we were gonna have to get this done in like 2 days. So we rent a moving truck, park it in the driveway. I mentioned to our little church small group that we're moving. If anybody wants to come out Friday at 3:30 to help us, that would be great. But we didn't pressure anybody or anything like that. Slowly as the day goes on, I'm like, Daniel, I don't know how we're gonna do this. This is insane. We have to be out of this house in 2 days. All the things. God, just help us. God, would you help us? Again, we don't call anybody and ask for help. That's our downfall. 3:30 rolls around on that Friday. We were so tired. Both working, teenage girls emotions. Can I get an amen? Yeah, Jesus. And slowly, a truck pulls up with a trailer behind it. And then another truck with a trailer. And 2 more flatbeds. And then a full-on moving truck. It was obnoxious, you guys. Like, the street could not handle the amount of people that showed up to help our family move. My husband, who's a production engineering, music tech guy, very low on emotions, is crying. And we're like, oh my gosh, Lord, thank you. We have been through so much in the last 20 years and 15 years as missionaries in Los Angeles. And like, we couldn't do it alone, and we didn't know how to ask for help because it's been so hard for so long. You guys ever feel like that? And then all of a sudden, the army of God shows up. They cleared the house in one day. We couldn't even get the moving truck that we had rented out of our driveway. It sat empty because all of the other trailers and trucks had shown up. And I'm so taken back by this because it's in those moments with that quick little prayer, we're like, God, would you help us? And he's like, Ephesians 3:20, more than you could ever ask, dream, or imagine. I will go above and beyond. And this is what our office feels that our call is with children in the foster care system and with people coming out of incarceration. These are not just foster kids, they're the kids playing in the cul-de-sac with my kids. And the people coming out of incarceration, we have over 10,000 people coming out of incarceration a year in the state of Tennessee. These are not just people who are former inmates, these are our brothers and sisters that need our help. They need the army of God. They need God's people to come and show up. And we all know that government is not the answer. I work for the government, it's not the answer. It's us. These are our neighbors. We have an initiative called the Every Child Tennessee Initiative, and this is to help mobilize every single Tennessean to help in some way care for foster children before, during, or after foster care and aging out. We work with two different partners. One's called Tennessee Kids Belong and one's called Care Portal. Tennessee Kids Belong can come into your congregation, your church, your organization for free and teach you how to recruit foster families in your congregation and in your church. It can teach them how to start wrap ministries, which is getting like 5 to 10 families around a family that's already fostering and help support them, wrap around them. Because a family who's fostering, the retention rate is only 50% dropout after 1 year of fostering because it's so hard. If a mom and a dad are bringing a child into their home that has emotional difficulties, that has trauma, that has been neglected, and these parents are caring for them and then bringing them into their own dynamic, you can imagine all of a sudden when the parents didn't have time to go get groceries because they're all of a sudden dealing with this situation, or they're figuring out rides in the morning, or they don't have time to mow the lawn, or they need extra help with laundry. That's where these wrap ministries and programs come, and they wrap around the family so that the family that's actually fostering only needs to worry about the child, and everything else is done. So Tennessee Kids Belong helps that. If you scan that QR code, you'll be directed to me, into my office, and my email, and I can get you the information and all the resources of these 3 organizations. The other one that we love is Care Portal. This works in the prevention space. Care Portal is a technology, by the way, if you say the word portal 5 times, you can't do it. It's a very difficult word to say fast. Works in the prevention space. So Care Portal, if you have your organization or your congregation sign up for it, you can see in real time needs that are 2 streets away or a street away. This family needs a mattress. This family needs a crib. This family needs help with groceries. And these are needs that are already fully sifted through DCS, which means these families are on the radar already of being almost at a place where the children may have to be removed from the home. It's not illegal to be poor, but it is illegal to neglect. And a lot of times neglect is because of poverty. And so with Care Portal, you can see sifted DCS families who are on the verge of breaking. And your congregation or your organization can sign up, and instead of scrolling on Facebook and Instagram, right here, Help Me God, you can scan, you can go on Care Portal, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, there's a family in my neighborhood that is actually needing 3 backpacks and 2 pairs of shoes. It's amazing. And so if you scan the QR code, I can get you all of that information and connect you just to be able to learn more. Our other initiative, which we are really excited about, is called the Volunteer Mentorship Initiative. It stands for VMI, and you'll see a little QR code on the table. this is part of Governor Billy's heart, and our office has been working on this for the past 4 to 5 years. But we have built a training program and a structure to train mentors. Anyone can be a mentor, to go, if you're 25 and up, to go into the prisons and be paired with someone who's currently incarcerated a year to 2 years before they have reentry and get to go back home. Be paired with them one-on-one and meet with them once a month in prison to help mentor them and encourage them and give them hope. And be a friend, and be a person that's outside of their former friend group, family, all of that. And then you get to walk alongside that person for 6 months after they go through reentry. And so tomorrow night at the Deborah K. Johnson Rehabilitation Center, the largest women's prison in the state of Tennessee, we officially have 50 of our first mentors who are going to be coming in to the prison for 4 hours for their training. And then next month, they start their one-on-one mentorship. When people come out of incarceration, it's a 70 to 80% return rate within 3 years that they go back into prison. But our studies show that there is a 35% out of that group, if they go through the mentorship, that they will never return. So that's a huge number. So we're trying to recruit as many mentors as possible. So if you're interested in that, or you think your pastor or your church may be interested in starting some type of prison ministry, the amazing thing that our office can do is that we can actually get you that one-on-one time with an inmate that you can really encourage and build a one-on-one relationship with them. Which is awesome. So those are our 2 initiatives of our office. Again, we're the Governor's Faith-Based and Community Initiative Office, and we are here to serve you and to serve our most vulnerable. And if you have any questions for me or want to get more involved, I'll be hanging around here. I'll pass out my card to you guys. But I'm just so thankful for you guys being here this morning and listening to what we have to say. Our office is trying to reach as many people as possible so that we can help our kids and our brothers and sisters. So thank you so much.
I'll kick off a question.
Yes, sir.
You know, I've had the opportunity to hear you go through, and you had some other speakers with you when you were up in Van Buren County. Is that something you're trying to do in counties across the state of Tennessee? And if so, how could everybody here help facilitate and help make something like that happen?
Yes, thank you, Mark. Yeah, so I host faith leader gatherings or faith leader breakfasts. Therefore, not only pastors of all different faiths, but also faith leaders within community organizations, or anybody that just wants to come and help out. I've been hosting these breakfasts in every county in Middle Tennessee and trying to reach more and more counties, because again, we're trying to reach every child in every county and get them the help that they need. So if you would be interested in having me or a few other people from my office come out, we take care of the catering, the logistics, the official invites, everything. We just need a space that we can come and speak at. So whether that be a church or Parks and Rec room or whatever, we would love to come out and try to get your community and your county the resources that we have available.
Let's go to East Tennessee.
Yeah, so we actually have an East Tennessee regional director. Her name's Dr. Ellen Hager. And so if you contact me, I can send you straight to her. She does it out there.
One other question on the mentorship program. I know all of us have county jails, but they do house state inmates. Is this program, or do we have to work through one of the state prisons, or can that work through one of the local jails that we have?
And eventually, it'll work through the local jail. So right now, we're starting in DeBerry and men's prison, and then Deborah K. Johnson Rehabilitation Center for women. And so this is our huge trial run of it, but eventually, it will go statewide, and that's the goal. And what's amazing is that this program and ECTN for the faith-based office in our state is leading the way in the country for the change, and the numbers getting so much better and people getting the help that they need. And so it's great because other states are now calling us and asking us how do we get mentorship and all these different things set up in their area. Any other questions?
I think it's coincidence that she's from California. California, and I think Angel are, he's from California also.
I am.
I believe they are, that's not admitted that. But
Yes.
The leaders breakfast, is that something we just share your info for the?
Yes, so I brought a ton of cards, I'm gonna pass out my card for whoever wants one, and then just email me directly, and I can immediately start setting that up with you. Yeah. But we are trying to get into every county in Middle Tennessee that we can to get the free resources that we have to help kids.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna tell you what, we're very fortunate in the state of Tennessee to live in a state that embraces the faith community as well as everything else, all the other resources there are across. You know, we've always said here at our agency, and the elected leaders of this region have always supported us in this, in that there's three legs of the stool to support the family. There's the physical, there's the emotional, and there's the spiritual.
Right.
And two don't work, you've gotta have all three. So, and I appreciate the governor's, being willing to sponsor this and support this, and I think we're very fortunate in the state of Tennessee to have this opportunity for you, so.
Or
Thank
two,
you very
let's
much.
pray for the next governor.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Thank you so much.
Otherwise, report, agency is running pretty good right now. We're continuing to build up our substance abuse programs. We are fully staffed with all of our CPRs. I think I'm correct on that, Pam.
Yes.
I was told that this week, we're fully staffed, so we do have certified peer recovery specialists in all 14 counties. If you've not had an opportunity to meet them, and if you're wondering who yours is, I'll let you get with Pam and she can connect you, make sure that, you know who that person is and you have a connection with them as well. Just a lot of positive things going on. I know, we're all the time trying to add programs, expand our programs. I know we did finish up our commodities. Our fingers are crossed that, Second Harvest and the other food banks are gonna be able to continue that on in the same manner as it's been run in the past. I know it seems like they're trying to work through and do that to the best of their abilities, so, hopefully that will maintain and continue moving forward in the right direction. Continue to look at expanding other programs. Megan's heard, and where's Megan? Did she step out just a second? I know she and we were on a call, we were working with some national groups to continue to look at new programs that we can bring to the upcoming, but just nothing we can talk about right now, so. I'm gonna be short and sweet today.
Mark, if I could say, I did fail to mention, you know, we talked about house call, our repair program for folks over the age 60. We are working on our first job right now, so we're very excited about that. And I think once we start really advertising this in the month of October, I think it's gonna go very well. So, very pleased with this.
I'm glad you brought that up. I mentioned earlier in a previous meeting we had, we are seeing more and more and more in our 14 counties, seniors being taken advantage of. I was sharing, had conversations with the Overton County Sheriff's Department just last week, and they're frustrated because they've got, home repair people that are just really taking advantage of our senior population. And we've got to do a good job, and we're trying to figure out if there's a social media campaign we can put together, trying to, alert our seniors on these issues. But, I'm gonna tell you, he shared some stories that just, were infuriating when you hear them of how people are taking advantage of those in poverty and especially the senior population. So we want to continue to spread that word as well.
Some of the advantages of being old, Mark, I get about a half dozen phone calls a day when me telling me how good Medicare has changed, got a new program coming on. There's advantages getting old. Talk on the phone, you know, they may not be able to understand me, I sure can't understand them. But that's, a lot of things happened in Birchtown. I'll tell you, just mention that, because I know it's short today. We're having, this weekend, even in Birchtown and all around, there's a roller coaster. So if y'all wanna get out and shop a little, you know where to get on that tour, and it'll be, roads are already beginning to get full. We have Second Harvest tomorrow in Birchtown, and, we have one.
Yeah, I missed the call up on that.
Pardon? But, they'll be there tomorrow, so that's a great thing. Another thing happened in Burkestown, we just, got word of that we got approved for a home improvement grant, so, we're gonna be able to start doing that, not only Burkestown, but Big County also. It's a double whammy there, you know, we got both of them funded the same year, which is gonna be good. So there's a lot of good things going on up there. Get a chance to come through, stop by. Good place to visit.
Any other updates?
They'll be giving away food in Gainesboro tomorrow on North Murray, right off of North Murray.
No new business, any new business, old business? Motion to adjourn? So, got a second? All in favor? Thank you very much.